Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Jackson Marquis. I guess this is one of few videos on my YouTube channel. I just started this YouTube channel. It's actually my third YouTube channel. This is my first YouTube channel that's actually about bodybuilding and fitness. So I kind of just wanted to make a video, I guess kind of just documenting my journey, and you know, my bodybuilding journey, my fitness journey, fitness health, whatever you want to call it. So me and my wife just started a business, and so this is the channel for our business, for our health and fitness business. I've been into fitness most of my life. I was a little bit of history about me. I was born and raised in Rochester, New York, up until I was 24. I used to get in a lot of trouble, and you know, I ended up doing some jail time at the age of 21, and at the age of 24, I decided upon my release from prison that I was gonna move out of state. So I moved to New Jersey in 2012, and a little over a year later, I met my wife. And I ended up getting stuck in New Jersey. The plan wasn't to stay in New Jersey, but that's how it worked out. You know, life just throws things at you sometimes. But I ended up in New Jersey for 8 years, and me and my wife, we just recently bought a house and we moved out to Pennsylvania. So we live in Scranton right now. As far as health and fitness, this has been a big part of my life just ever since I was little. It's never been a time in my life where I wasn't interested in fitness or where I wasn't working out. I'm naturally just a fit guy. I just have the genetics. Most of the people in my family, they were either in fitness. My uncle was a bodybuilder. My little brother, my cousin, my dad, they all ran track. We do track and field. So we've always been into fitness. My aunt used to be into fitness. And back in the days when I was younger, I used to do a lot of her, she used to do workout videos like Jane Fonda type stuff. And I would do, you know, her workouts in the living room with her. And I did 8 months in boot camp, 2 jail stints. I was in juvie. I did 3 years in juvenile hall. And that's when I really got into fitness. I really got big. At the age of 17, I was 6'2", 220 pounds. I was a big kid. I was muscle. You know, I don't really put on fat, but I was muscle, solid. So I've always been fit and always been interested in fitness. And, you know, I finally, as I got older, I wanted to look more into what my cause was, what my purpose was in life. And I realized, I heard Steve Harvey say one time, you gotta excuse me, I got my kids outside. I heard Steve Harvey say one time, he said, your gift in life is the thing that you do with the better than anyone else with the least amount of effort. And it took me a while to realize what that was, and I realized that that's fitness, you know. No matter what I did in my life, no matter how many drugs I did, how many cigarettes I smoked, I was always able to outdo anyone when it came to the gym, cardio, fitness. You know, it was like I could run 5 miles and still smoke a cigarette. It's just something that's always been a part of me. Like there's nothing, no matter what I did to my body or how long I took off, I could not run for a year. I could not run for a year, and I can get up and run 5 miles. You know, not too long ago, I haven't ran in a year and a half, and you know, my neighbor, he offered me to go on a run with him. We ran for 2 miles. It was like, it's nothing, you know, for me to just, you know, get up and go do it. So I realized that fitness is my gift, you know, and everywhere I go, no matter how skinny I got, people always kind of complimented me on my physique and how good I looked and stuff like that. And to me, it's a little bit annoying, but you know, it helped me realize what my gift was. And so I decided to go into this thing head on, you know, and really start taking fitness serious. So that's what I'm doing right now. I just recently signed up for a show, NPC, I believe it's Elite Physique. And so I'll be competing in the men's classic physique, true novice division. So it's my first bodybuilding show. Now, I want you guys to stay with me on this journey. Right now, we 4 weeks out. We're less than 4 weeks out from this competition. So I'm trying to get everything together and really get my mind focused and really try to take this thing serious, you know. So I just kind of want to track my journey, and I don't really have a set. When it comes to diet, one thing about me is I've never been one of those guys that count calories and macros and all of that nonsense, cause it's a little too scientific for me. You know, I've never really been real scientific with this, you know, fitness stuff. I just do the things that make sense. I work out and I eat well, you know. And as far as eating goes, one thing about me is that it's hard for me to pack on muscle a lot of times because I don't necessarily like to eat. I hate eating. There's one thing I despise is eating. I only like to eat if I have to. I only like to eat with a purpose, even though that purpose is to pack on muscle. I only want to eat if I'm hungry. So that's one thing I've been struggling with, is trying to get food down, even when I'm full, even when I'm not hungry. After my workouts, I feel amazing, and I don't want to weigh myself down with food, you know. So eating is a big struggle for me. As far as the workouts, it's nothing. I can do it all day. You know, sometimes some people tell me I overtrain. Sometimes I spend 4 hours in the gym, 2 hours, 7 hours. There's been times where I spent 7.5 hours in the gym. You know, I go for 4 hours, I take a break, I come back for another 3.5. You know, so the fitness, the lifting the weight is nothing. I got endurance and stamina out this world. It's the eating that's a problem for me, and that's why I always stay so slim. I always stay so, lean. So right now, as it stands, I'm 6'4". I stepped on the scale yesterday. I was 210 pounds. That was with my shorts on. So about 10 days ago, I was on the scale and I was 221. So just to give you an idea of how much weight I lose, how quickly I lose weight. I can literally lose 4 or 5 pounds in one night, like overnight, just in water and just sweating. I sweat like a freaking animal. So it's really hard for me to keep weight on. So if you guys got any tips on how I can retain more weight, how I can pack on more muscle. I know I've been researching things like hypertrophy and stuff like that. So a lot of times in the gym, I've been making my workouts shorter. So I've been doing 2 hours in the gym, but my sets and my reps are a whole lot slower with a whole lot more heavy weight. I still haven't yielded any big results from it, but I do notice a difference in my hamstrings. I do notice a difference in the definition in my arms. And I definitely notice a definition like in my chest area, this area right here. I notice I'm getting a lot of vascularity in my chest area. So to me, that just means I'm thinning out more, which is something I don't want. But I also like the fact that I keep a low body fat percentage. You know, I have those genetics where my body fat percentage is like, I don't even know how it works, but I'm guessing I'm about 6 or 7% body fat. I may be more. I don't know, but I don't know how that stuff works. Like I said, I'm not scientific with it. I just do what works. A lot of stuff that a lot of these bodybuilders do, I don't do, and I don't condone certain things. They don't sit well with me, like eating a lot of chicken and, hard-boiled eggs. And I do it because I have to, but I don't necessarily think that stuff is healthy. I eat a lot of vegetables. If you go on my Instagram, you see it's a lot of green on there because I love vegetables. I don't know why. I'd rather eat food that's from the earth, but a lot of times I feel like that stuff doesn't pack muscle on me how it should. So, like yesterday I had some sausage McMuffins. I normally don't eat those, but I had those because I'm like, I need the calories. I'm trying to grow and I really want to take this competition stuff serious. But I do a lot of fasting. I love fasting because fasting makes me feel amazing. And I know that's like a freaking, that poses like a caveat, fasting is just not good. But I also like to fast to clean out my intestinal system, because if we're bodybuilders, we're packing our bodies with these large amounts of food all day, every day, and we never give our intestines a chance to actually rest. So I feel like in some ways it's good to fast at least once a day or once a week. But me, I'm trying to get out of this habit of this intermittent fasting because I love it. I like the way it makes me feel. I can think more clear. I got more mental clarity. I don't feel so weighed down. And that feeling is so addicting. It's like it's hard to actually get into, the habit of eating. So for the next 4 weeks, I'm really trying to train myself and really focus and do things that I don't necessarily want to do, but I have to do them if I want to reach my goal. So like I said, as it stands, I'm 6'4". I stepped on the scale this morning. I was 210 pounds. So this is how I look now. As of right now, excuse the background. This is the little whiteboard that the kids scribble on and all of that crap. So don't pay that no mind. So as it stands right now, this is what I look like. This is what I look like. Hopefully you guys can, hold on. Hopefully you guys can get a good idea of what I look like. Let me turn this around here. All right. So this is what I look like 4.5 weeks out. Let me set this down so you guys get a better view of my legs. I don't have the best legs because actually legs and hamstrings are actually one of my weaker areas. So I've been working on my hamstrings a lot. I actually got a lot of definition, a whole lot more definition than I used to have, but it's nowhere near what I need for a competition. So this is currently what I'm looking like. So as you can see, I got a whole lot of work to do, but we're getting better. Move these baby chairs out of the way because they're messing up my shots right now. Currently how I'm looking. So, with that said, this is me at 6'4", 210 pounds. At 210 pounds, I am nowhere near where I should be. These guys in these competitions, these shorter guys, they would make me look like a freaking twig. I look good, but I look, like beach body good. And I'm not interested in being beach body good. I'm interested in being a little bit bigger. So as of right now for the show, my goal weight was 225. At least that's when I registered. They asked me what my goal weight was or what weight I thought I would be by the time the show came around. So an estimate, I gave them a rough estimate of 225 because that's always been, I haven't been 220 since I was 17 years old. I've been trying to get back up to that weight for years. My ultimate goal is about 240, in between 240 and 260. But I felt like that was a really big goal to set 6 weeks out from a competition. So, to put on 40 pounds of muscle in 6 weeks is just almost impossible unless you're, doing some crazy amount of steroids and juice. I'm not on steroids. I'm natural. And so it's really hard for me to just pack on weight, Would I consider steroids? I definitely would consider steroids if I knew where to get them and what a good source was. And not only that, but if I can afford them, because steroids are freaking expensive. So if you're not on steroids and you're not on some kind of SARM or something like that, you have to there's other things you have to do. So as far as raising testosterone, I looked up some natural ways to increase testosterone. One of them is eating a lot of celery. They say celery is good for males. So I eat a lot of celery. They said just smelling celery, just the smell of it will raise your testosterone. Eating tomatoes increases sperm production, and the more sperm you produce, the more testosterone you have. So that makes sense. Also, abstinence is another thing I practice. I try to practice abstinence, and I learned this from a lot of like athletes and like gurus and stuff, like meditation gurus and just ancient stuff that people practice to be stronger and to be more a little more aggressive in the gym and to pack on muscle a little bit faster because our testosterone is produced from our semen. So if you keep it in your body, you'll be a little more, your muscles will be a little more full. It's not really like a steroid effect, but it does make a difference. So I try to practice natural things for right now until I can possibly get my hands on some gear or something, Hopefully I meet somebody and they'll just give me some, I don't know. I'm not against steroids. I don't care about all that natural shit. I've been natural my whole life, I'm tired of being natural, and I'm out here trying to win. It's not a matter of who's the most natural. It's a matter of who's the most built, and that's all that matters. I'm not against people who are natural, and I'm not against people who are on steroids. Me, like I said, I've looked like this my whole life. So for me to go into a competition like this, I don't really feel like I'm doing anything. I'm just going in my regular self. So I would like to get on some gear. I'm just being honest. But until then, until I can afford it and until I can get a source that I actually trust and not somebody who's making some backyard bullshit and I have all these side effects, I'm just going to do things the best way I know how. So I'm not going to make this video too long. Like I said, I just want to track my journey. I'll be coming to you guys with more videos real soon, and I'll be coming more frequently. I'm going to try to post a video every single day up until the day of the competition. What are you doing?
I'm getting some water.
Take a bunch of water out for all of you guys. You like messing up my video right now. So until then, that was one of my daughters. That's Kayla. And the other 3 are outside. I got 4 girls. So I'm just going to take you guys on this, this fitness journey. And we'll see where it takes me. You guys got any suggestions on how to naturally raise testosterone or get stronger in the gym or put on more gains without doing unhealthy stuff? Like, I had one lady told me, she was like, you got to eat some McDonald's. And I'm like, I haven't ate McDonald's in 5 or 6 years. 7 years I haven't ate McDonald's. It's just like, I'm not eating that crap just to put on weight. I'm not going to have an unhealthy body just for the sake of putting on weight. But I do want to compete, and I am serious about competing and fucking winning. So if you guys got any tips, and I'm not saying I'm completely healthy. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not a fucking vegan or nothing. I eat meat. I eat all of that shit. But I'm just not down for just fucking destroying my body for the sake of winning. I see too many bodybuilders dying and having heart attacks and all of this shit because they're so, they want to win so fucking bad. And not to say that I don't want to win that bad. I do. But I also want to be here for my children. That's it. That's just bottom line. So, you guys got any comments, any suggestions, any tips? Feel free to drop them in the comments because I'm not a fucking expert at this shit. I'm not an expert at this bodybuilding shit. It's just something I love doing. So you guys help me out. We'll see where it goes from here. And as far as supplements go, the only thing I do right now is creatine and whey protein. A few years ago, I did take something. It was a pro hormone. It was called Super DMZ. And I took this shit 3 years ago, and I had all these gyno effects, and I had these lumps under my nipples, and it dried me out, and I had joint problems, and I was crippled for like a fucking year. I had to take Percocets for almost a year because I was in so much pain. And so that's why I stopped fucking with supplements and all of this, all of this crazy shit. Yeah, I know pro hormones ain't the best. I didn't find out till later when I actually did my research. It's like one of the worst things you could take. I was better off taking freaking SARMs or steroids. But the pro hormones is just something that, from what I understand, a lot of that shit converts to estrogen and affects your mood. It affects your libido. It affects, but I was able to make a full recovery thanks to fasting, of course. And ever since then, I've been on this fasting wave. Fasting is what really helped me, my joints to heal, and what helped me make a full recovery from the side effects of the pro hormone. So like I said, until I find something that I feel is safe for me,
Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
That's Alexa talking right now. Whatever. But anyways, until I can find something that's safe for me and healthy for my body, I just don't want to fuck myself up. That's it. I just don't, So, but that's it for now. I'll be back with another video really soon. SchizoFit is the name of the Instagram page. It's coming soon. We just started the Instagram page, but for now, you can follow me on Instagram at Jackson Marquis. JacksonMarquii. Jackson, Jackson Marquis, Marquii. You can also follow my wife. She's the co-founder of SchizoFit. And I'll drop her Instagram down below. And until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Peace.